Akshinda Habib, Leadership Ali. Welcome to Unlock Your Leadership. Today we are going to explore powerful skills that can change your relationship, improve your communication, and make you a better leader. The art of effective listening. Let's learn how to truly hear one another, not just their words, but their feeling too. So, without wasting time, we ask question. We have ChatGPT. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Great to hear from you. How can I help you today?
What does effective listening really means?
Effective listening is more than just hearing words. It's about fully understanding the speaker's message. That means giving them your full attention, not interrupting, asking clarifying questions, and being aware of non-verbal cues. It's really about being present and ensuring the other person feels heard and valued.
Why is listening more important than speaking sometimes?
That's a great question. Listening first gives you a deeper understanding of what's really going on, so you respond more thoughtfully and avoid misunderstandings. Plus, when people feel heard, they're more likely to engage openly, building trust and clarity, which ultimately makes communication a lot more effective.
What is difference between hearing and listening?
The difference is pretty fundamental. Hearing is just a physical process. Your ears detect sound. Listening, on the other hand, is an active mental process. It involves focusing, processing the meaning, and often responding to what's being said. So listening is much more intentional and engaged.
Why do many people struggle to listening properly?
There are a few reasons. Often people are distracted, thinking about their own responses or multitasking. Sometimes they have preconceived notions, so they're more eager to respond than to understand. And in some cases, they just lack practice in being present and mindful during conversations.
How can listening improve our relationships?
Listening really builds trust and understanding. When people feel heard, they feel valued, which strengthens the connection. Over time, this reduces conflict, increases empathy, and helps both parties feel more supported and respected. So it's really foundational for healthy relationships.
What are the signs of a good listener?
A good listener shows sustained eye contact, nods or uses other affirming body language, and refrains from interrupting. They ask clarifying questions, summarize key points to confirm understanding, and stay emotionally engaged without rushing to offer solutions or judgments.
What are common mistakes people make while listening?
Some common mistakes include interrupting too early, formulating your response while the other person, or getting distracted by your phone or surroundings. People also often assume they know what's coming next, so they stop listening fully. All of these reduce the quality of understanding.
How can we stay focused when someone is talking?
Staying focused involves minimizing distractions, like putting away your phone or closing other tabs. Also, practice active engagement. Mentally summarize what they're saying and remind yourself to stay present. Taking a slow, deep breath can also help you refocus if your mind starts to wander.
What role does patience play in listening?
Patience is crucial because it allows the speaker to fully express themselves without being rushed. It gives you time to process what's being said, respond thoughtfully, and also pick up on subtle cues. So it really fosters deeper, more meaningful communication.
How can we listen without judging others?
To listen without judging, you need to set aside your assumptions and personal biases. Stay curious, focus on understanding their perspective, even if you don't agree. Take a mental step back and just let the speaker's words guide you without labeling or reacting too quickly.
What active listening and how can we practice it?
Active listening is a deliberate process where you fully engage with the speaker. You practice it by maintaining eye contact, nodding, summarizing what you hear, and asking clarifying questions. You can also repeat key points in your own understanding. Over time, it helps you connect more deeply and prevent miscommunication.
How does effective listening help in solving problems?
Effective listening helps solve problems because it ensures you have a complete and accurate understanding of the situation. By listening closely, you identify root issues, uncover unspoken concerns, and clarify expectations. This makes it easier to develop solutions that are truly aligned with everyone's needs.
Um, can listening improve leadership skills and how?
Absolutely. Listening is a core leadership skill because it fosters trust, encourages open communication, and helps leaders make informed decisions. When leaders listen well, they understand their team's concerns, tap into diverse perspectives, and create a more collaborative, motivated environment.
How can teachers and parents become better listeners?
Teachers and parents can become better listeners by giving full attention, minimizing distractions, and asking open ended questions to encourage discussion. They should also reflect back what they hear, like summarizing or paraphrasing, so the speaker knows they're being understood. And they need to stay patient and non judgmental, creating a safe space for open communication.
How can handle distraction while listening?
To handle distractions, you can consciously set up a quiet environment, like putting your phone aside or choosing a distraction free space. You can also take brief mental notes to refocus if your mind wanders, and practice deep breathing or mindfulness to bring yourself back to the present. It's about staying intentional and resetting when you catch yourself drifting.
What are some daily habits to improve listening skills?
A few daily habits can really help. First, set aside a few minutes each day for mindful listening. Just focus on a conversation without interaction. Practice paraphrasing, repeat back what you heard in your own words. And third, take note of emotional cues, paying attention to tone or pauses. With consistency, these practices sharpen your listening every day.
What should we do when we don't agree with someone?
When you don't agree, it's important to stay calm and listen fully before responding. Acknowledge their perspective, even if you disagree, and express your own viewpoint respectfully. Ask clarifying questions to understand their reasoning and look for common ground. That way, even disagreements become a chance for growth and understanding.
How does listening build trust and respect?
Listening builds trust and respect because it signals that you value the other person's thoughts and feelings. When people feel heard and understood, they trust you not to dismiss them.
What is the one simple tip to become a better listener? Start today.
A simple tip is to pause before you respond. After the other person finishes, take a brief moment to reflect before you speak. Pause helps you stay present, prevents jumping to conclusions, and ensures you fully process what they've said.
How does effective listening reduce misunderstandings?
Effective listening reduces misunderstandings by ensuring you grasp the speaker's full meaning, both their words and their intent. When you listen carefully, you catch nuances, avoid assumptions, and clarify ambiguities, so both sides have a shared, accurate understanding, which minimizes conflict or confusion.
Why is silence important while listening?
Silence is important because it gives space for reflection, both for you and the speaker. It allows you to process what's been said, and it gives the other person a chance to gather their thoughts. Silence can also prevent you from jumping to premature conclusions and create a more balanced, thoughtful exchange.
What is empathetic listening and why is important?
Empathetic listening is when you not only hear the words, but also try to understand the speaker's emotions and perspective. It's important because it shows you care, builds trust, and helps people feel truly understood.
What should we
This,
avoid? Um, what should we
when listening, good follow up. So you should avoid interrupting, jumping to conclusions, or thinking about your response while the other person is still talking. Also, avoid making assumptions or dismissing their feelings. Stay present, open, and patient throughout.
what should avoid doing when someone is sharing their feelings?
When someone is sharing their feelings, avoid being dismissive, jumping in with quick fixes, or shifting the focus to yourself. Don't rush them and don't downplay their emotions. Instead, offer a calm, patient presence and show that you're really trying to understand.
Uh, what is the role of eye contact in listening?
Eye contact plays a crucial role because it signals that you're present and fully engaged. It helps build trust, shows respect, and encourages the speaker to continue. Just be sure to keep it natural. Too much staring can feel uncomfortable, so balance is key.
Thank you, ChatGPT, for sharing the outstanding information with us. Thank you for joining us today to unlock your leadership. Remember, when you truly listen, you don't just hear words, you understand hearts. Stop practicing effect listening today and see the positive change in your life. Stay connected, stay mindful, and keep growing. Allah Hafiz.
That was a beautiful closing. I'm really glad I could be part of your session today. If you ever need to dive into another topic or explore leadership skills further, I'm here. Take care and talk soon.